What is the gradient of a line which passes through the points minus 4, 3 and minus 2, 5? So let us start by labeling each of these 2 points. We're going to say, we're going to give the point minus 4, 3 the label of P, and we're going to give the point minus 2, 5 the label of Q. So we can say then, knowing the gradient of a straight line, now remember that this formula will not be in your formula sheet. So this is definitely one of those formulas that you have to have memorized. So we could say that the gradient of the line joining those 2 points, right? So we could just say the gradient will be equal to, let me say, y2 minus y1 over m2, not m2, sorry, x2 minus, sorry, x2 minus x1, which is, let us start with this one, 3 minus 5. So in this case we could say that this is the point x2 y2 and this is the point x1 y1. So 3 minus 5 is y2 minus y1, 3 minus 5, and we could say corresponding to that we'll have x2 minus x1, which would be minus 4. What is now? Minus 4 minus 2. Note, be very careful with the signs down in the bottom there, which would be 3 minus 5 is minus 2 over minus 4 minus 2 is minus 4 plus 2, which would be minus 2 over minus 2, which would be our good friend 1. So working it out in blue, we get the gradient as being equal to 1. Now we're going to work out the same thing in red. This time we're going to make Q as x2 y2, and we're going to make P as x1 y1. The point of this is to demonstrate that it doesn't matter which point you choose as x1 y1 versus x2 y2. Once you're careful with your arithmetic, then everything would work out and you'll get the same answer. So in red we have that the gradient, so let us say the gradient is equal to same y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which in this case will be this is y2 now, right? So 5 minus 3 over minus 2 minus minus 4. So minus 2 minus minus 4, which will be equal to 2 over minus 2 plus 4. Minus minus is a plus here again, right? Which will be equal to 2 over 2, which is the same 1. Good? So anytime you have 2 points and you have to find the gradient between those 2 points, this is the formula you use, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The key thing to note is that it doesn't matter which point you choose as x1 y1 and which point you choose as x2 y2. Just be careful with your arithmetic, so that in this case the answer will clearly be answer D.